that means it's time for our Bachelor Breakdown. Last night, Peter continued his journey to find love with his final 3 bachelorettes. Here to talk us through it all are Bachelor Nation stars Wells Adams and Caitlin Bristowe. Some of his family. Yes. How was it?
It was hometown?
I have gone into last night episodes. Yeah. It's Fantasy Suite week.
My favorite week.
I love
Madison pulls Peter aside. Let's just get into the clip. What's hilarious. What's interesting is she still doesn't tell him, that she, is a virgin and saving herself for marriage, but she kind of gives him what, could seem like an ultimatum. But I mean, I understand, because once you go to that level with someone, it's another level of intimacy that she's not going to be involved in, I feel like. So I understand why she said it, but I also get why he wouldn't.
Yeah, it's confusing. Is everyone else thinking that?
True.
Like when things go bad, it gets bigger and
Harry Potter. Very Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I was like, Peter had to. I wouldn't want. Well, yeah, it's not the real world.
You're also on TV, right?
Yeah. And then they flew to Australia. Hannah Ann had the first date. It seemed to go pretty well for those two. What did you guys take from it?
Oh yeah, I thought.
That shower silhouette situation
that was happening. It was like Titanic.
I know.
It was like the hand goes up like this and slides down slowly. I was like, that's good producing there.
Oh, it was good producing. Yeah.
But so this is the first time in Bachelor history where the women are all living together. So when Hannah Ann comes back from her date, it was awkward, to say the least. Let's throw to a clip.
I love that. I loved it.
So I feel like the thought bubble in everyone is, did you sleep with them? But what comes out of their mouth is, did you get clarity? Did you sleep with them?
Yeah.
Did you do it? They
just ask, though, if they want to know.
I don't know. But what did you guys think of the idea of the women all living together?
It's great TV.
Yeah, it's phenomenal producing.
Yes.
Hold on, that was funny and awkward, but my favorite part of that moment was horrible.
Speaking of Victoria F, we still did. She goes next, and we still didn't get clarity on if she was really guilty of breaking up relationships or not. I mean, and she gets a pass. I don't know how that keeps happening.
Yeah.
I have no words. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they've been through so much.
Yeah, what did he say? He was like, our real
thing.
That's just it.
Yeah, that's
what are you talking about?
Yeah. Everything's great except when we talk to each other.
Maybe he's like, as long as I can just get him to the Fantasy Suite episode.
I've never seen two people, every time they're together, they argue. They always have some underlying tension there. But Peter said they've been through so much together. Really on reality TV?
Yeah.
Well, and so what do you make of them, though? Every time they come together, even though she's in the final 3, they can't seem to get on the same page. Yeah. Do you think she's still the front runner, though?
No. Was she ever?
Well, she's still there.
Honey, the shade.
But see, this is the thing. You never know, because she is still there.
Yeah.
And he keeps bringing her along.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Fantasy Suites is really telling, though.
And Keke said, well, trying to get to the Fantasy Suite, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of less headaches you could have got to the Fantasy Suite. I'm just saying.
Well, we're going to continue to talk about this. It's a great conversation. We've got to take a quick break. We're not done, Michael. But we are going to unpack all of the Madison drama when we get back, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now, we are hanging out with Wells Adams and Caitlin Bristowe, and we're talking all things Bachelor.
Yes.
So, starting right out of the gates, there's a little bit of a conspiracy thing going on. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the fans are trying to figure out Victoria. There's a picture of Victoria hugging Peter, and she's got something in her hand.
Who noticed that?
Have you guys dabbled into this conversation?
I got to the bottom of this one.
Oh, do it. You are a dream crusher, Caitlin. I needed it to be more interesting.
She was boring. I know. I was like, dang.
Well, it could have been more interesting. She could have passed it to him after this picture.
Well, she was holding on. She was being sentimental.
That's pretty quick, Michael.
Don't ruin the ending of Fantasy Suites. Some people haven't seen it yet. Okay, Madison and Peter are discussing if he'd been. There's this scene with her that when Madison finally gets her date, they're talking about whether he'd been intimate with other women. It was uncomfortable for everyone involved. Take a look. So, what are your thoughts on this conversation?
I don't know. Listen, I never got this far.
But you know, because we had last year, you had Luke P. did this to Hannah.
Yeah.
So is Madison doing the same thing to Peter? Is there a double standard?
A little bit, but it's all in the.
Oh,
And I mean,
different.
at the end of the episode, Madison does walk away. I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen next, but do we think that she really walked off?
She was saving herself for marriage because whether you choose to engage in intimacy or not, it is a big part of long-term
And let's
relationship.
remember where he came from, the windmill. Like, we know he's not a virgin.
He took 4 times around that block. So
Exactly.
Hey, I love the way that you think. I've got to ask you, who do you think is going home? Because I feel
That's my prediction.
Okay, but who do you think, if she goes home, who would be a good bachelorette?
Okay, so I have a theory.
okay, tell us what.
I can see her crying like that about somebody like that because she's like a sweet.
So what I think, this is what I think, and I don't know anything. And then they decide between Hannah Ann and Maddie.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
But you know what? This whole thing. Now the segment is over, so you know what, Sarah? Take us home!
Yes, Michael, I'll take us all home. Our thanks to Wells and Caitlin. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to be right back.
I can't wait for that.
The Freaky